So guys, can we make all the Formula 1 grid drivers on the 2025 grid a Formula 1 champion? So here we have all the drivers which we have on this grid, and these are the 5 drivers guys. Here we have done this challenge with them, so we are going to be choosing this time Charles Leclerc, the Monegasque. Obviously guys, his teammate Lewis Hamilton, we have already done this championship with him, and this time we are going with the Monegasque. And obviously guys, in every race we are doing right now with Charles Leclerc, we are 100% minimum fuel in every single one of them. So let's see obviously what we can do here. First of all, with the extra money we had, we upgraded some facilities because that is important, and then we went and did car development on other drivers plus Lewis Hamilton, and then we got a 102 whopping money for the sponsors. So first upgrade we did with the underflow. Obviously I'm showing you a little bit of the process what we do in this kind of experiment video. That's why look at that, we have done it. Amazing performance gain here, and then we go to the rear wing one. Obviously this is just before the pre-season, so let's see what we can do. Front wing, that is also a lot of performance that we gain here. And suspension, obviously main problem here is the tire wear, so we use that. And after that, look at that, first race of the season we go 25 kg lower for Charles Leclerc, and we start the first race, though we did not win it. Lando Norris is the one who won it, but we started with a podium. Obviously guys, we were not the best car. Hell, we were around 4th fastest, closer to Mercedes than we were closer to the Red Bull and the McLaren. So that's why we needed to upgrade more. So we went into the side pod to get 12% engine cooling and a whole lot of cornering, because guys that is hurting us, and that meant Lewis Hamilton wins the Chinese sprint. But it was a 1-2 for McLaren in the main race, but we with Charles Leclerc got P4. Obviously guys, Max Verstappen is just too fast. He obviously before the Chinese race was well in a slower car than us, but he was able to still get P3. But we get 2 winning ways in the Japanese GP, won by 3.5 seconds to Piastri. But guys, Lando Norris came back in the Bahrain GP, won it, but we were not far behind. We were P2 in between the McLarens. And obviously guys, I do not understand how much the McLarens improved through the whole season, because look at that guys, Lando Norris in Saudi Arabian GP won with Piastri, and we got P3 with Charles Leclerc. Obviously needed to improve a little bit more there, so we went to the Miami sprint, got that win by 5.6 seconds, and even our teammate Lewis Hamilton got P3. So we are catching up to these guys, because in the main race too guys, 1.3 seconds the gap, and we were able to win the Miami GP. But in the Imola GP guys, the disaster struck. Obviously we were so low on the fuel that we weren't able to save through the whole race, and by second last lap in the Imola GP we DNF'd with 2.2 kg less fuel. And honestly it did hurt us, but guys, this is the thing which happens. This is the risk you take while going into the lowest fuel. But in the Monaco GP it was much worse guys. Charles Leclerc had such a bad race, but it was made worse by Max Verstappen crashing into Charles Leclerc while he was trying to overtake, and because of that we only finishes in P8 with Charles Leclerc, while Lando Norris and Piastri got a 1-2, which is annoying guys. But honestly we still have the pace, well not that much, but we are still fast enough to guess ourselves again a P3 result in the Spanish GP. Obviously we were P4, but on the last lap we were able to overtake Max Verstappen and get that P3. Obviously Max Verstappen was very close, but we at the end were able to get P3. So going into the Canadian GP, no one had an answer for Piastri's pace. Even we were 12 seconds behind. Obviously, guys, I was constantly improving in everything, but still it was too difficult to catch up to the McLarens, and because of that, in the Austrian GP2, Ferrari was only P3 and P5, and Piastri and Lando Norris again got a P1 and P2. And guys, one of the problem for us was our engines. It was deteriorating at a very bad pace. That's why it was really difficult for us to get anything. And in the British GP, Piastri was the one who got the win, but it was us with Charles Leclerc who got P2. It was not the best thing, but still, guys, we were able to do something. But in the sprint race of the Spanish GP, we got P1 with Charles Leclerc. Obviously, it's still a long way to go for us. And in the main race too, guys, we had the pace, got the win, and that is amazing. But guys, we were only able to catch up to Lando Norris and Piastri by 7 to 8 points in the whole races. So in the Hungarian GP, we got a really lucky break there with Oscar Piastri, who DNF'd at the very last time, where we were able to win the Hungary GP with 2 seconds to Lando Norris. Obviously, there was a safety car at the end, which was really good for us. So before the summer break, we are 40 points behind the McLaren and Lando Norris, so we have to catch up. Obviously, guys, constructor isn't going to work out for us, but after the summer break, Piastri was able to win the Zandvoort GP with us into P2 and Lando Norris into P3, which isn't the worst part for us, guys, because obviously Lando Norris was the one we are catching up to, so it's not too bad. But still, guys, we are still 40 points behind, so that is the main goal. And guys, this was the most crucial upgrade for us in the chassis. I used everything, and let me show you how much performance we gained. We gained medium pace and high speed, where we were lacking the whole season, and this was such a big boon for us. We're so lucky to get this. I put it on, guys, in the Monza GP. Lewis Hamilton, while leading the race, almost took out Charles Leclerc there, and because of that, at the end, Charles Leclerc, even after a front wing damage, was able to win the Monza GP. Obviously, guys, I was scared after the front wing, but we had a spare one, and after that, guys, Charles Leclerc in the Azerbaijan GP, which is one of his favorite tracks and he goes well at, was able to win again. But guys, in the Singapore GP, we only got P3, but the good news was it was Lando Norris who only got P2, and Max Verstappen was the one who won the race. So after in the US GP, guys, now we have that chassis upgrade to Charles Leclerc's car, and now we are going to be fast, and we prove that by sprint race. And then we go to the main race and we won it for Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, who got P2. We were 16 seconds in front of Lando Norris, and for Charles Leclerc, we were able to win the Mexico GP. The winning race is coming. Even Lewis Hamilton, which we haven't given him all the upgrades, still was able to not finish the race, guys, because I forgot to see his fuel, because I was so immersed in the fight of Charles Leclerc and Piastri, I forgot, and Lewis Hamilton DNF. But that doesn't matter, guys, because in the Brazil GP, in the sprint race, look at that, race to the line was between Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc won that very easily. But in the main race, guys, Piastri gained a big hand on us by winning the race, and we lost it a little bit. But guys, we now are really close to these guys, and Charles Leclerc in P5 in Las Vegas, not the best thing for us. And in the Qatar GP2, guys, we won only P3 and P4, while Piastri and Charles Leclerc was 1 and 2. And onto the main straight, Hamilton was actually the one who overtook Charles Leclerc. That was funniest thing to me. But guys, we were able to get P2 in the Qatar GP. So Lando Norris obviously won the race, and guys, not the worst feeling for us, because Lando Norris was behind us. We were the one leading the championship. But after the Qatar GP, not so good racing for us, we found ourselves again into P2 by 3 points. Well, that is 2 points. What am I saying? But still, guys, now the game goes to the last race of the season. We use everything here. No prisoners taken. The person who wins the race will be the one who wins the championship. So we went full steam ahead, still having the lowest amount of fuel, but it doesn't matter, guys. Even with the lowest amount of fuel, Charles Leclerc, obviously the Monegasque who waited so long for the championship, has finally won the championship in 2025, beating the McLaren, beating Lando Norris, beating Oscar Piastri, beating his 7-time world champion. And guys, obviously guys, the thing is, as you can see, Lando Norris got 18 points in the Abu Dhabi GP, and it's because, guys, the race which you just saw was more or less what happened in the main race, which I forgot to record. Well, not really forgot, my drive filled out and I wasn't able to record the Abu Dhabi GP. But guys, this is what happened. This is the result. It was just a dramatic visualization for you guys, but guys, still we with Charles Leclerc was able to win the championship finally after 2008. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, if you enjoy these kinds of experiment videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.